The time is 3:05 p.m. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Blyle?
Here.
Brown?
Here.
Fasella?
Present.
Friedman? Nudo?
Here.
Ula? Barnes?
Here.
Quorum present.
No. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as distributed?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda is audience participation. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the board on any other topic? Hearing none, we're going to move on to the next agenda item. Is there a motion to approve the Champaign-Urbana Mass Transit District annexation public hearing minutes from June 22nd, 2026?
So moved.
Seconded.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, is there a motion to approve the Champaign-Urbana Mass Transit District Board meeting minutes from June 24th, 2026, the open session?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, is there a motion to approve the Champaign-Urbana Mass Transit District Board meeting minutes from June 24th, 2026, closed session?
Have we reviewed those?
I don't think those are in here. They are in there? There's a lot in here, yes, I just looked at that.
We'll pause for a moment.
Yeah, sorry. It's the elevators.
You're good. I can read pretty quick. So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we'll move on to communications. Are there any communications from the board? Hearing none. Next is the managing director's report. Carl?
Thank you. This brief report will be on June 2026 statistics. The June 2026 total ridership reached 391,736. That's a 6% increase over the same month last year. The fiscal year-to-date ridership reached 11.8 million, a 4% increase compared to FY 2025, so just 200,000 rides shy of 12 million. So I fully expect that we'll be over 12 million this coming fiscal year that we are now in. So that's exciting. The June 2026 operating revenue was 6.6% below June 2025. Year-to-date operating revenue was 1% below FY 2025. The operating expenses were 10.9% above last year, and the year-to-date operating expenses were 4.8% above FY 2025. Excuse me. The year-to-date operating revenues were 1.3 million above budget, while the operating expenses were 4.3 million below budget. And Tech, can we do anything about the microphones today? I hope you're working on that in the tech booth. But with that, I will take any questions through page 39. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to action items. The first action item is to consider the Champaign County Area Rural Transit System, that's CCARTS, the intergovernmental agreement. Does anyone have any questions for the staff? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the Champaign County Area Rural Transit System CCARTS intergovernmental agreement?
Since we got Jay up here, could he give us a 30-second spiel on how this works with state funding for the public viewing at home?
With regard to state funding, the CCARTS is funded in part by the downstate operating grant. So every local dollar is matched 80-20 with the state grant.
I'll give a little more context for that. The rural systems operate differently than the urban, even small urban or mid-sized urban. We match our state grant with local dollars. Champaign County and I don't believe any county in the state of Illinois puts local dollars into the rural transit system. The state grant is matched with a federal grant. So CCARTS completely is operated by outside grant funds coming into the community, paying for wages and providing mobility options for the residents of the county.
Essentially, Champaign County residents are getting a rural mass transit system with on-demand transportation for people that live outside of our service area at no cost to Champaign County residents.
That's correct. That's mostly correct. 2 points. There is some fixed route service in Rantoul that is not on demand, so that's fixed route. And in that community, the village of Rantoul, they actually pay for the local match. So even what I said was not 100% correct, because Rantoul is a little bit of a different animal than the rest of the county service.
Thanks for the quick summary. So moved, I guess,
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
Excuse me, Chair. Just wanted to also point out that there is a fare.
You need your microphone.
Turn it on. There we go. There is a fare to ride also, so just as a cost, that's the only other thing.
Anything else? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Blyle,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Fasella,
aye.
Nudo,
Yes.
Barnes.
Yes?
Motion carries.
Our next action item is to consider the Champaign County Area Rural Transit System CCARTS Vehicle Lease Agreement. Does anyone have questions for the staff?
Jay, as I understand it, the county owns the vehicles.
Yes.
We lease them for $1.
We lease them for $1 each, yeah.
And they pay for all maintenance.
No, the service
Well-
pays for the maintenance, yeah. CCARTS pays for the maintenance, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so, and ridership is on a steady increase.
The fixed route ridership has been down recently. The on-demand ridership has been up recently. We've been able to devote more operators to that service, which is stabilized certainly and grown recently, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or discussion? Okay, is there a motion to approve the Champaign County Area Rural Transit System CCARTS Vehicle Lease Agreement?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Blyle,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Fasella,
Yes.
Nudo,
Yes?
Barnes.
Yes?
Motion carries.
Our next action item is to consider the update to the digital accessibility policy. Does anyone have questions for the staff in this area?
I guess I'd throw out there, I think my first introduction to this was we had somebody, instead of calling in a few years ago, I think filed a complaint or something about visual accessibility on the website, which you guys did a lot of work to promptly resolve. But I think it's really cool we have this. I know it's a lot of compliance and stuff, but given what we do, there are a lot of people that are, visually impaired or otherwise impaired, and it's really great that we're doing literally everything we can to make our services and the website accessible. So thanks for plugging through and getting this updated.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll just tag on to that real quickly. The complaint was with the Department of Justice, and so the Department of Justice sued us because of our website, which we had worked very hard at making accessible, but it wasn't perfect, and so they did file a suit against us. We settled that lawsuit fairly easily, and part of the settlement was that we would have this policy that would impact not only our website, but all of our digital products. Thank you. The microphone should be corrected now. Where was I? So it impacts all of our digital products, and so that is a vast improvement over what we previously did with the work on the website, because honestly, we really only worked on the website. We didn't work on our actual documents and things like that. Now we do, and since that settlement, it's become law that we do that. So it's changed dramatically, and we're already in compliance with the regulations.
Any other questions or discussion? Okay, is there a motion to approve the update to the digital accessibility policy?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Okay, will the clerk please call the roll?
Blyle,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Fasella,
Yes.
Friedman,
Since I don't know what we're voting on, I'll have to abstain.
Nudo,
Yes.
Barnes.
Yes?
Motion carries.
Okay, our final action item is the semi-annual review of closed session minutes. Now, there are 3 points here that we need to consider. Number one, that the minutes of the closed session of the board listed on Schedule 1 marked release no longer require confidential treatment and are ordered released. Number two, that the need for confidentiality still exists as to the minutes of the closed session meetings of the board listed on Schedule 2 marked remain confidential. And number three, that the verbatim recordings of the following listed closed session minutes, Schedule 3, all of which are not less than 18 months old and the written minutes have been approved, are authorized to be destroyed. Do I have a motion for any of the above, 1, 2, or 3, or more of them?
I would move for all three.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the closed session minutes marked Schedule 1 be released, closed session minutes marked Schedule 2 remain confidential, and the verbatim recordings of closed session recordings marked Schedule 3 are authorized to be destroyed. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Blyle,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Fasella,
Yes.
Friedman,
Yes.
Nudo,
Yes.
Barnes.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, the next regular Board of Trustees meeting will be on Wednesday, August 26th, 2026 at 3 p.m. here at the Illinois Terminal, 45 East University in Champaign. We now are going to adjourn into closed session to discuss the potential purchase or lease of real properties, followed by adjournment. Do I hear a motion to adjourn into closed session?
So moved.
Seconded.
It's been moved and seconded. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Blyle,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Fasella,
Yes.
Friedman,
Yes.
Nudo,
Yes.
Barnes.
Yes?
Motion carries.
There will be no further action by the board. We will take a 5-minute recess and then begin.